Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Forgotten Camel, and welcome to Medieval Engineers tutorial. Today, we are going to be learning about research. Now, technically we already learned research in the first video, but let's talk about what we should research. Now, what we should research depends on what you want. I mean, technically you might be one into, like, gourmet cooking, and if you're into that, there's this, there's something that I would recommend. I recommend doing something like Farmworks or whatever the name of it was. It's not showing yet. You had to unlock it, and I had to remember what it was used to unlock. Unlocks research of farming. Okay, so we gotta do Ironworks first, and of course that's what I was going to do in the first place because it's because with Ironworks you get to make iron ingots and metal parts, which is basically metal parts. We use it for most of the things that we're probably going to do. It's especially used for making tools like the pickaxe, the iron axe, and the iron hammer, which all of which helps you do things fairly quickly. So what we need is 10 large stones, 10 iron ore, and torch and wooden mallet. So it's quite easy to make a torch. You just need some wooden sticks, and we already have plenty of wooden sticks, so let's go ahead and make that and store it for now. Next we'll need wooden mallets, and to get a wooden mallet we just need to get some timber, and let's go ahead and cut down a tree, get some logs to make some timber. Also, I did make, of course, an area for gathering iron, but first let me show you how to find iron, okay? Before we just cut logs and everything, because most people don't necessarily know this because it's not in the tutorial quest yet, and they have created a tutorial quest, thankfully, for those who just don't know how. Okay, so I did mark an area where there's iron, and you see these red patches here, red little coloring on the ground. That is iron. This whole thing leads down to iron. You have to dig down pretty deep, and there's a lot of red here. That means there's quite a bit of iron down here. You should be able to make several barrels and a lot of axes and such. And I noticed that in the area where I built this little tutorial map, there is a lot of patches of iron, areas where there is iron. There's even some iron on the side of the road here, and somewhere in over here somewhere. I mean, I've seen about 4 or 5 patches or areas where there should be iron. So I'm not going to mine over there for iron because, you know, I had to spend a lot of time digging down into the dirt, and you have to go down a few feet in order to get that, to get what you need. But I did make some place where there's just a ton of iron. And actually, to be honest, I'm not sure if I can actually dig down there pretty quickly, because I think I put it in a little bit deep, about as deep as the iron ore in those areas. But I did just create a whole bunch right in that mountain, and it's really hard to notice. I don't really know how to make it so where the area has a red coloring, so I just marked it with iron ore on the outside, which has a very small amount. But actually, let's go ahead and bring the cart over so we can just carry as much iron ore as possible. Alright, we're finally here. There's a bit of iron right over here where I patched it, and I am going to go ahead and start digging, and this is going to take some time. Just remember that digging for iron ore takes a lot of time, and you're just going to go through a lot of picks, or maybe you're going to be using a stone axe, because you're at the start you will be digging with a stone axe, and it takes quite a few hits in order to dig for this. Now, we're already getting iron ore from this. This is basically what a small amount of iron ore is. But I just put in a rich amount. I think in free mode this was called, I don't know, poor amount of iron ore? Who knows? Either way, this is going to take a lot of digging. And so, I guess what I'm going to do is fast forward. Okay, so we basically already struck right into the rich amounts of iron ore, and as you should have already noticed, it gives you 6 bits of iron ore. Like poor amounts of iron ore, things like that you see right here, it gives you 1 iron ore and 5 stones. This one just gives you nothing but iron ore. So that's just like tons. Like, you're never going to run out of iron ore. And I challenge you to do this in survival mode and try to get this, just like run out of iron ore. Because there's just so much of this stuff. You'd have to just build tons and tons and tons of these things. And we already have plenty of iron ore, but I'm going to go ahead and try to grab some more. We don't need to go any deeper. I just need to widen this a bit. And we're about to already break this pickaxe, but that's okay. I don't want to go any deeper. We keep going deeper and deeper into this thing. I don't want to... I want it to go a little straight. Anyway, that's plenty. And we got plenty of stones that we need too. So let's go ahead and draw this cart. And what's interesting to know about this about carts you make, there is this thing called weight. Like, you can only move a certain amount of weight in a cart, so don't put a whole ton of stones. Otherwise, if you put too much, you're not going to be able to move it. See, it's already difficult for me to move this thing. Come on, man. Ugh, it's just too heavy for me to carry. Yeah, sometimes putting things like iron and anything else, it's just so hard to push. That's why I'm waiting for the developers to be able to build the iron ore. I mean, not the iron, but to create those horses that they talked about making. They said that they're gonna add horses into the game at some point. Come on, man. Almost there. Unfortunately, we had to take this hill and not the road. Finally got here. Yeah, I really like the part where they put in, like, you can only push a certain amount of weight. That's really just it's amazing. And I'm gonna store some of this into our boxes here. We don't need, I think we only need, oh, didn't mean to drop that. And we're gonna drop the other iron ore. It's gone. That's not good. Actually, that doesn't even need to be in there. Let's put it in here. Alright. And now let's grab this iron ore and the timber. I really hope... Oh! Wow. It seems to have spawned up here. I really hope that they put more customizability in your characters. Maybe have a leveling system so they can add strength every time. I gotta find food for this guy before he starves. Alright, so this guy's mostly full. So yeah, I'd like more customizability in the characters. Maybe a leveling system, but that's probably not what the developers want. They want more like building castles, raiding castles, quests. I hope that they put in like nice characters. Maybe some servants with personality. Who knows? I mean, if they want to put in some voice acting, I'm free. If you want. Well, that's unlikely to happen. But anyway, let's take this up. I'm going up the steps. Okay, so here's our research table, and wait. I was using this research table, and we need a mallet, don't we? Yeah, so let's go ahead and craft our mallet, and now we can go ahead and store these. And now we can build our Ironworks. First click on that. And don't forget to click and drag to your... Well, you don't have to click and drag, but you can go ahead and maybe if you want to help someone during survival mode. And be sure to right click to eat the piece of paper. And basically you now have the knowledge to build a Ironworks, as in a smelter and a blacksmith. And let's go to the workshop, because you have to go here and go to the furnace. Use like 9 large stones. I don't have the large stones, but you should by now already know how to build these. And these do not stick to the ground, at least I don't think. Like you can like literally build them in the air or build them anywhere. Let's grab some stones real quick. You know what? No. Just dig into the ground or something. This dirt is annoying me. Okay, let's move that. Alright, now we have a better ground. I think this thing wants like 10 stones. I mean 15 stones. This video is already going on longer than it should be, but like, let's try digging over here. I'm about to lose this pickaxe. Now, I don't necessarily need to show you how to build these. You should already know how to do it in the previous, like, in one of the previous videos. But for just in case some of you who are just showing this video and want to know how to craft these, I'm going to go ahead and show you, and put this in your, drag this into your little tab thingy, blueprint thingy, whatever you want to call it, and you should be able to now build one of these. You can actually build this in the air and it'll just drop down, but don't do that. And we actually don't need, again, I don't really need to build this, but okay, come on, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and now we place this here. Press F to recover it, and I'm gonna put this in one of the barrels. We just really don't need to have it. And here's our blacksmith, but before we can actually build a blacksmith, alright, you need iron ingots, and so let's go ahead and dump some sticks in here for flammables, okay, and some iron, and you need 5 iron ore, okay, to build iron ingots. Oh wait, and let's grab a couple of these. Man, these are hard to carry. And let's light the fire and craft. It's not making a sound effect for some reason. Normally it makes a sound. Maybe it's because I turned down the sound, because when I was recording last time, these were just way too loud. The music and just the sound effects, everything just like blaring in your ears. So what else do I need for blacksmith? So we need 6 large stones and 4 timber. And now we can build our blacksmith. Don't forget to grab your spare iron ore. Alright. And by now, you should already know how to place these. I'm probably gonna have several of these. Like, several people. I wish I wish it didn't have to be 90 degrees. I want to be... What? Doesn't make any sense. Alright, well, now we have our little thing, so don't forget to put iron ingots, or if you just want to build a brazier, you need 2 iron ingots. These braziers are good in that they provide a lot of lighting, so we're probably going to need that soon for when mining, but let's go ahead and craft this. Now we have our metal parts, and let's, wait, what about tools? Oh, right, we can't have tools yet. I forgot about that. We have to go up, 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 and let's see. Yeah, metal hardening. We need like all of this. Maces, braziers, like just about everything. So you need to go to a blacksmith to do all this, but we do need some extra iron. So I'll be right back. I'll get us the stuff and then we'll come back. Okay, so I finally got the things we need. Kind of destroyed a pickaxe back there, but we're doing pretty good. And now we have our metal hardening. And consume that. Didn't necessarily need to drag it. You just need to like right click on the thing, but I guess not. Oh, right. Okay. So now we got like a plethora of things. I would like to do some farming. You just need all of these. Gotta go look for those out in the wilderness. But that's basically it. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a pickaxe before we leave, before we end the video, just because I want a pickaxe. Oh, you can also build a sword. But what I want is, excuse me, what I want is pickaxe. maybe a hammer, but right now I just need a pickaxe. Thank you. Thank you. Very much thank you. And let's build a few more of these. I think I'm going to place all my tools down here. And if you want, I can update the update this map on Steam so that you guys can go ahead and grab the things you need for survival. I already added things like food. I've been scavenging for a lot of these. We got a few. It's not that much, but it's a start. So anyway, that's all. I am going to be probably doing a lot of mining and such before we do some more research. At this point, it's going to be less of a tutorial and more of a walkthrough. And you'll still be learning, but it's kind of at this point you should know what to do. So anyway, thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.